looking clean as a whistle. Sta tenkininare. All right. My shoes don't come off. Oh well.
Sam,
Yeah.
I have another question for you. This one's a little bit harder than the first one. Sam,
Yeah.
that's correct. Have a safe trip, Sam.
Cool.
Sam, do you remember the coffin Higgs used to make his escape from the weapons factory? Well, it seems we've identified a similar-looking object. The mechanic, whose shelter you're slated to link up next, reached out to us. He's asked us to go and retrieve this object on his behalf. I'll give you a more detailed briefing as you review the request. Accept the main order on this delivery terminal to proceed. Hello, Sam. Charlie here. This next order requires you to retrieve a piece of cargo. Said cargo is located somewhere within this armed survivalist's base, and is a distressingly familiar coffin-shaped object. Additional devices of unknown purpose appear to have been delivered to the base as well. While much remains unclear, securing the coffin for study may provide us with intel on Higgs and his movements. The mechanic is eager to conduct an analysis, and we have every intention of cooperating with him. That's all the additional information I have for now. There may be more surprises in store for us during this operation, so take all due care in plotting your route and finalizing your equipment loadout. We're counting on you, Sam.
Order accepted. Thank you. Look after yourself.
One's for you. Thank God. Young man. Thank God. Okay. Somebody lend me a hand! Thanks for the help. Thank you kindly. Give me a hand. Thanks for the help. Came in handy. Thanks for the help.
Looks like you have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
escape anymore, so I say hey. Take me with your fame every day. The empty sky is coming. Oh, let's do not say another word. I'm feeling us forever. Let's go there together. It's up to you, but you know it's ending.
So that's what she's on.
Special is coming.
Good day, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
I'm glad you could make it. Did you really manage to retrieve the device? I'll need to assess its condition. Looks great to me. Thanks for taking such good care of it. Been waiting a long time for you to get here, friend. I understand you have a Cupid. That...
Now displaying your current order grade.
Fascinating, this ocean of information. It's so much more than I imagined. Enough for me to make great strides in multiple avenues of research. I hesitate to call it a reward, but I would like to present you with this. It's a classic collectible, sure to help you make lasting memories. I finished my examination of that coffin, and now I can share with you the coffin board schematic. It's essentially a coffin that's been equipped with an electric propulsion unit. Who made it and for what purpose is anyone's guess. I just happened to stumble across the associated data while I was studying the one you recovered. I'm also curious how such a bizarre device came into the possession of the armed survivalists. Even though the weapons factory has been destroyed, this and other dangerous tech has been popping up everywhere. We need to use all methods at our disposal to protect ourselves. I've been thinking about how I might make vehicles sturdier, for one. Much of the surrounding area is flat and level terrain that's well suited to them. A reinforced ride would be a good ally when facing survivalists, I believe. But I still lack the materials and knowledge to complete my designs. Which is why I could really use your assistance, if you're willing. Again, it's a coffin that's been outfitted with an unusual propulsion unit. It draws up tar from beneath the ground to create a layer upon which it can glide. It's not without its limitations, though. I seriously doubt it will function outside of network coverage. And it's clearly the product of a deranged mind. Regardless, it's not impossible. It might come in handy. Test it in the field and see for yourself what you think. The armed survivalists have been making use of some new equipment lately. You've seen them yourself, no doubt. Devices that utilize chirograms. Weapons are flowing freely again, too. There must be another supplier out there somewhere. Perhaps if you ventured into the survivalists' territory, you could find some clues as to the source of the problem. Though I wouldn't risk going in there unprepared. Thanks again for all your help, friend. Oh, and by the way, the data scientist just posted a sub-order for you in the system. Sounds like she's got her hands on something intriguing. You should at least take a look at the request. But I won't keep you. We both have work to do.
Sam, the coffin you recovered for us is being examined by the mechanic as we speak. APAS's own analysis has concluded that while there is no evidence that Higgs was ever inside it, the technology it utilizes is undeniably related to that of the Ghost Mechs. Meaning it's possible that Higgs is still fabricating all new kinds of weapons. Now, as for the coffin board that the mechanic was kind enough to share with you, it's much more than just a mode of transport. If you're within network coverage, you can hide inside one and retreat into the tar currents. This provides an opportunity to catch your breath, or to attack the enemy with a stun bomb. The board you brought back had the very same functionality, so we're very lucky you stole it from the survivalists before they could learn how to use it. It would be terrible indeed if we had to contend with enemies attacking from the tar beneath our feet. I must commend you on a job well done. Thank you, Sam.
Thanks for doing your part, Sam. I know that wasn't an easy job. The time has come to finally connect East Fort Knot to the chiral network. That said, it will take a while longer for the necessary cargo to be ready for transport. So let's use this time for everyone to get some rest. Between decontaminating the ship and searching for the weapons factory, it's fair to say everyone's been feeling the strain. You and Dolman have had to complete several difficult orders recently, too. Wrap up any pressing and finished business, then return to the Magellan so you can take a break. We have a long road ahead of us, and we need to manage our health to make it to the end. On another subject, would you mind if I borrowed that instant camera the mechanic gave you? I bet Rainey and Tomorrow would love to try it out. Apparently, they're pretty rare these days. It'll be a fun experience for them.
Order completed. Well done. Order accepted. Thank you.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
This one's for you. Thanks for the help. Thank you kindly. Enough already. Nuh-uh. All topped up.
Sense the presence of the dead. Be on your guard. Looks like you have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
いつも頑張ってるあんたにこれをあげるペコ。素材の上限を上げておくペコ。好きに使ってほしいペコ。
Now displaying your current porter grade.
ドッグマインペコ。敵を感知すると自動で追尾して近くでダーンと爆発するペコ。対象に合わせて威力を調整するから無益なセッションもなし。自分の才能が怖いペコな。それとペコらのお気に入り曲もあげるペコ。移動中にでも聴いてほしいペコ。ほんとサンキューね。おつペコでした。あんたが回収してくれた荷物があるでしょ。あれで犬型のゴーストメックが解析できたんで、データを書き換えて使えるようにしたから機材作成でどんどん作ってほしいペコ。自分は隠れたままポイポイ投げておけば勝手に敵を倒しに行ってくれる。卑怯だけど便利ペコ。敵を銃で狙う必要もなし。グレネードみたいに壁にぶつかって帰ってくる心配もなし。アクション苦手なあなたも安心ペコ。ほんとサンキューペコ。そうだ、運んでくれたドッグマインを動物保護施設で欲しがってたペコ。番犬として使いたいって言うから自爆装置を外してデータをいじっておくペコ。もうゴーストメックにも従わないし自爆もしない。名付けてメカドッグよろしくペコ。サブオーダーを出したからよかったら受けてあげて。おつペコでした。バイバーイ。
Thank you kindly. Eyes open, dumbass.
Oh boy, that must hurt.
get a move on.
Access the delivery terminal. Process your orders and requests. Well,
Did you just drop some cargo, Sam?
Working late, I see. Thanks. Hold on while I check your orders. We assumed this delivery was lost for good, but here you are. Take this, along with our thanks. We're increasing your allocation of materials. Make good use of them.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Have you considered customizing your BB Pod's exterior? You can all benefit from a change of scene from time to time, and your child's no exception. Think about it, and take care.
order completed. Well done.
Feels good.
Back to some impressive work.
Thanks for the help.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery.
Hot springs, huh? Now this is living.
Woo!
Yeah, enjoy it while you can, Sam. ンババンバンバンあババンババンバンバンいい湯だないい湯だな湯気が天井からぽたりと背中に冷てえな冷てえなここは砂漠の万能のお湯
This is the life. Truly soothing. Huh? It's pulling us in! Where in the world are we?
Wait, are you Sam? Where did you come from just now? Did you perhaps arrive here by way of a hot spring? If so, then we have much to discuss. Would you be so kind as to access the delivery terminal? Whenever you have a moment, that is.
Oh, excuse me. Nice to meet you. Oh, wait. We've met before. At this very facility, in fact. You might remember? My hand, at least. How's our mutual friend doing? Hardman and I have been working together to study water samples collected on the beach. So, you actually managed to jump here from the Miracle Spring. I knew it. I'd always theorized the existence of incredibly strong overlaps between this world and the beach. Places where a special kind of hot spring would emerge through the tar currents. Similar to the plate gates, but on a smaller scale. In principle, a person could use one to ride the currents within the Earth and jump to other connected springs. Just like you did. In fact, I dug that spring you used in order to test this theory. And now, I want to confirm if it holds true for different locations. I'd love it if you were able to help them. I'll add the necessary functions to your PCC. Just so you know, I've added hot spring digger functions to the level 2 PCC. You now have the ability to identify a suitable location and commence excavation. Once a hot spring has been completed, feel free to take a dip and relax. I should mention that these springs are invaluable from my beach water research. As a hydrologist, they're a critical resource. So, if I may ask, Sam, would you be willing to use my digger to find and excavate hot springs throughout the continent? Please report back to me if you do dig any. I'll make sure to reward you for your efforts. The waters of the beach and our world circulate within the same system. As a hydrologist, I study this system. The hot springs of the Australian continent are the product of underground beach water that has been heated by tar currents. But there's more to it than that. A space-time phenomenon, similar to plate gates, has been observed at the points where hot springs emerge. In other words, it seems to be possible to jump between hot springs linked via the dark currents. I had been meaning to test this theory, but then you took the initiative and proved the truth for me. From what I saw earlier, it seems the teleportation process has no adverse effect on you. But just remember that you won't be able to take all types of cargo when you jump. Said cargo will be left behind at the hot spring you jumped from. It should be automatically stored in the digger's private locker, though. Make sure that you don't forget about it afterwards. Once you've readied your level 2 PCC and selected the digger, listen for pulses alerting you to underground water sources nearby. Pulses become more frequent as you move closer to a source, so wait until the interval between them is as short as possible before finally picking a spot to dig. Once you commence construction, the process is automated. All you need to do is wait for the hot spring to percolate to the surface. The digger will also remove any dangerous contaminants from the water. This means that as soon as the hot spring is ready, you can wade right in. Sources can be found everywhere, but depending on the location, the resulting spring will have different properties. I'm also thinking of adding a feature that will let you customize aspects of the springs you dig. Perhaps that will give you something to look forward to as well. Were you at all interested in digging hot springs? If so, there's a promising site I've identified. It's to the northwest of here. My analysis suggests that a potential source should be present in that vicinity. I'll post a formal aid request shortly, so consider heading in that direction and testing out the hot spring digger. If you do end up digging one, don't forget to return and inform me of your accomplishment. In your own time, of course. I'm not planning on going anywhere for the foreseeable future.
Order completed. Well done.
If we make a hot spring jump from Hartman Spring, we should be able to return to our previous location. It might be a good idea to go back and retrieve anything you may have left behind.
Oh, that's the... Let's get a move on.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Good morning to you. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access.
Huh? I don't remember posting a delivery order. Hell, not once in my whole life have I ever looked to a porter for support. Just not my way. Oh, this is that shit I lost the other day. Awesome. Yeah, hang on a tick while I check it out. You found this? You seriously found this shit? Oh, man, this is like the greatest day ever. Thanks. I like you, dude. Like, maybe too much. And I'm not just saying that. But I bet I can like you even more, so I'll toss you extra work. Cupid? This part of that trailblazing comms deck I've heard so much about.
Now displaying your current order grade.
So this is that chiral network folks are all raving about. I'm the pioneer, by the way. Yeah, I travel the world like my father and his father and so on. Gotta say, I didn't think network stuff could hold a candle to roughing it in the real world. But, like, you could use this thing to research past events and whatnot, right? Maybe even the void out that tore shit up around here back in the day. Oh, I shared one of my grandfather's favorite gadgets with you. Call it a thank you gift or whatever. It's a deployable shield. This isn't the safest place, if you know what I mean. Wind up in a firefight and you'll learn to appreciate its value real quick. Why not take it for a spin sometime? Yeah, there's this massive crater just over to the west. Was made by a void out, of course. The same one that took out North Fort Knot in the blink of an eye. I don't know the details, but word is that people saw an omen or some shit. Like, right before the void out, this huge shadow fell over everything. Sounds pretty weird, doesn't it? That's why everyone's convinced this void out is different from all the others. And if we could figure out what the deal was, it might help us avoid a repeat someday. Worth looking into, at least. I'm the third generation pioneer, actually. It's my calling. I was born into it. My family's been traveling the world since my grandfather's time. Searching for stuff no one had ever seen before. But then, dramatic twist. Cause of the Death Stranding, we had to dramatically reduce the scope of our epic journeys of discovery. And then, another dramatic twist. The expansion of the chiral network across Australia has a chance of making a brand new plague gate appear. Or so I've heard. And if it does appear, we can travel to another continent. Meaning, this network might just allow me to carry on my family's globe-trotting legacy. It's a shield you can deploy in a flash just by holding it at the ready. Talk about a name that tells the whole story, am I right? So, yeah, it's perfect for defending against frontal attacks, and if you just want to stick it in the ground, hell, you can do that too. With that strategy, you can use it as a cover and pop out to take shots. I guess you already know how to use a shield though, yeah? Anyway, with this little baby backing you up, you can power through a fight taking minimal damage. Or make a break for it if you need to. Makes life much easier, I guarantee it. You won't know how you got by without it. For real. Just want to say again that I appreciate you. Alright, back to it. Oh, I mean, wait just a sec, sorry. I forgot to mention that I've got some cool shit here that I found, as well as a couple of rare gizmos that my grandfather left me. So, come back again if you're interested. Good luck with the deliveries, dude.
Order completed. Well done. Order accepted. Thank you. This one's for you.
Yeah, sure thing.
Thanks for the help. Thank you kindly.
There's an animal that appears to be on its own. This could be a good opportunity to assist the shelter with their preservation initiative.
There we go.
Appreciate you stopping by. Please wait while I review active orders. You clearly took good care of this. There's hardly a thing out of place. What a surprise. I can't imagine where you found this. We're so grateful for your help. It's only right we share this with you. We're increasing your allocation of materials. Make good use of them.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I don't know if you've been using them much yourself, but this is a new model with increased capacity. There are people in these parts who won't hesitate to use force to get what they want. I suggest you take this with you, just in case things get rough out there. Keep it close on the way back.
Order completed. Well done.
Feels good.
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he got things done, sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness themselves to greet me. Raindrops keep falling on my head.
No.
But that doesn't mean my eyes will be turned.
I'm so sorry, Sam.
Crying's not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining. Because 'cause I'm free. Nothing's worrying me.
Sam, it's Hartman. Do you have a moment? I've been wondering, is there a child on board with us? I asked because there were building blocks in my room, and I certainly don't recall putting them there. Unless you know something about them?
Maybe they belong to Tomorrow? She's taken an interest in all kinds of things.
Yes, that could well explain it. Right. Sorry for bothering you.
Did you manage to get some rest, Sam? I hope so. Your next order is ready for you. This time you've been asked to deliver some cargo to East Fort Knot. But you need to travel to West Fort Knot to pick it up. And that's quite far from your final destination. The DHV Magellan can take you straight there at least. Plot a course for us and we'll get underway. Drawbridge is on standby for now. But once you accept this order, you can be assured that we'll provide you with whatever support you need. See to your equipment, then head to the West Fort Knot delivery terminal to get started.
Hey Sam, Tarman here. We used this recent downtime to modify the DHV Magellan so you can change its exterior color at will. If you access your ring terminal while in your private room, you'll see a new customization function is now available. So if you'd like to change things up before tackling your next order, you're more than welcome to do so.
Getting go. Cheese. Woo. Are we all in this? Hey, Sam.
Hi. What are you guys doing?
Nothing important.
Can you take a picture of us?
Sure.
If we want to do it right, we could choose somewhere else.
Alright.
Why don't you choose?
You see, someone closed their eyes. Let's try for another one.
That's a nice photo.
Thanks. That'll make for a great memento.
I love it.
You take care, Sam.
All right, later.
I've been waiting for you. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Allow me to review the order. It's like a dream come true, this showing up on our doorstep.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Thank you for your service. We'll be sure to call on you again.
Order completed. Well done.
Sam, it's Tarman. This order calls for the delivery of some specialized medical equipment. West Fort Knott is the only place nearby with the facilities capable of fabricating it. Unfortunately, the DHV Magellan can't assist with transport. The risk of tar contamination is too great, which means you'll need to take it the overland route. It's a lot to lug all the way to East Fort Knott, but there we are. Hook them up to the network once you're there, and we'll move the ship to your position.
Order accepted. Thank you. was thinking, sir. Hartman's condition is cause for concern. There's no sugarcoating the tremendous strain he's putting on his body. His is undeniably one of the hardest 21-minute syndromes to live with. The regular disruption to his circulatory system and the flow of blood is damaging all of his organs. And let's not forget that the heart itself has a great many pain receptors. Part of me wishes I could swap places with him. Not that my body would ever serve as a suitable substitute for his.
Look, that one. You're mine.
Wowzer!
Good morning, Junior. Access has been welcomed. Send request.
Thanks for coming to vid. I still struggle to believe you've done so much for us. We'd like you to have this data for everything you've done. See what you think. We're upping the amount of materials you can...
Now displaying your current order grade.
We've developed a new type of hologrenade that produces fake BTs. Most armed groups are terrified of BTs, so they'll clear out the moment they catch sight of anything resembling one. Mind you, if they happen to get close enough to touch the hologram, they'll quickly figure out it isn't real. So, think carefully about where you deploy them. Come back soon. We'll have more for you.
Order completed. Well done.
Snagged it. Gotcha.
Yeah!
Trouble nearby. That's the way. You're mine.
Hello, good to see. I'm bringing. Where did you dig up this cargo? I can't believe it. What a gift.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Thanks for coming. We hope to see you again.
Order completed. Well done. travel in groups of several hundred individuals. If you intend to face them, explosive ordnance is your only viable option. Take out as many as you can at once.
Gotta stretch my legs.
dear. I was in the cherry tree when mother said to me, you are only 17, you don't know what it means. So I climbed
Good evening,
down
Sam.
and
Drawbridge
picked
credentials
the
verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Strawberry lemon. Oh, you are only 17. You don't know what to feel.
Okay, just a bit further now.
I appreciate you coming all this way. You're a lifesaver. I'm not just saying that either. I mean it. Seriously, we owe you. Right. Let's get this cargo processed ASAP. This is like a work of art. It was all I could do to keep my hands from shaking while I was inspecting it. I don't know how or where you found this, but I am so glad you did. We're so grateful for your support. Put us online with your Cupid. We're ready.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Looks like we've finally become part of the chiral network. Between this and the life support systems you brought us, we can begin giving proper treatment to all the folks suffering from chiral contamination. Oh, I got a little present I'd like to give you as a thanks. Take it with my compliments. Those beauties are pretty hard to come by these days. And I just know they'll look great on you. Oh, in addition to that, I've shared the data for a Boca skeleton. It's a piece of equipment specially tailored to porter work, allowing you to carry lots of cargo without difficulty. Ideal for keeping your balance while making your deliveries. Steep slopes and rivers are no match for this baby. It's bound to make your next runs much easier, and it'll help you expand the network too. You know, before you came along, we lost a lot of people to chiralium exposure. For a while there, it felt like we were counting the days until the inevitable void out. But it seems like we'll be able to avoid that terrible fate after all. We won't fall victim to the same tragedy that befell North Fort Knott. Our facility here at F4 isn't just a network connection point. It's also a key distribution hub for the eastern part of the continent. Without it, lots of folks would lose access to deliveries and
And you'd have no chance of extending the network any further. And without a fully linked up continent, we'll never get to see a new plate gate manifest. No need to worry though. You've guaranteed we'll be around for a good while yet. Rest assured that we will keep working to improve our skeleton tech. We'll be continuing our research into road development as well. All to bring this continent into the fold. As a major distribution hub, we conduct research and development into all manner of delivery-related technologies. The Boca skeleton is one such product of our work. And lately, we've been thinking of ways to create next-generation roads. Something allowing for faster and safer deliveries. There's plenty of room for improvement in the conventional designs. Since you brought us onto the chiral network, we've started gathering all kinds of useful data on the subject. But we're gonna need more before we're finished, I think. We'd be grateful if you could help us out on that front. Thanks for everything, Sam. Personally, I've always admired the Boca. They're traditional porters that used to work in the Japanese wilderness. No matter how dangerous the mountain trail, they'd always power through with heavy loads on their backs. I've never met any of them myself, of course. But when I came out here with APAC's first expedition, I heard some interesting stories about a local prepper as we were traveling through Mexico. This guy was apparently the genuine article, a real working Boca. You could always head back to Mexico and try to track him down if you're interested. We actually developed the Boca skeleton while referencing stories and official records of their activities. You might say it's a skeleton tailored to the needs of modern-day porters, like yourself. Simply wearing it will vastly increase your maximum carrying capacity. Oh, it offers superior gripping capabilities too, and helps you keep your balance while hauling tons of cargo on your back. When traversing snowy mountains, rivers, and other places with poor footing, this skeleton is an excellent choice. Now that you've brought us onto the chiral network, I feel as though we can finally see the light at the end of the proverbial tunnel. Our equipment still isn't as good as we want it to be at the moment, but we hope it'll be of use to you. North Fort Knott was deemed critical for the expansion of the chiral network in northern Australia. But due to chiral contamination, a lot of folks began dying, and one day, a void out wiped the city right off the map. We've actually been observing similar conditions here at East Fort Knott. Dramatic changes in the tar currents and rising chiralium levels have had everybody fearing for the future recently. But thankfully, you came. You put us on the chiral network. Me and all the staff here are committed to sustaining this pillar of the chiral and distribution networks. And doing everything in our power for you and Australia. We've got a lot riding on you drawbridge folks. I hope you won't let us down.
Hello, Sam. It's me. More than 50% of the Australian continent is now connected to the chiral network. And it was you who made this possible. On behalf of the company, allow me to extend my sincerest thanks. It's likely that the difficulties we face will only continue to increase as we press on. But you and your comrades will rise to the challenge. Of this I have no doubt whatsoever. The probability of creating a new plate gate rises with each expansion. Do what you must to make it happen.
Sam, it's happened again. A disruption in the tar currents. We won't be able to head your way just yet.
Sam, this could be the result of that Nirvana phenomenon, right? We won't know unless we take a look outside, though.